What's the IRL version of Misclick? Locking eyes with someone offering some product or service in public spaces. That feels like clicking on an unwanted ad. High-fiving someone who is going in for a fist bump. Biting your own tongue really hard. Misjudging distance. When you reach out to grab something but it is either closer or farther than you thought. Throwing away my yogurt cup instead of the yogurt lid I had just removed from said cup. When two people are walking towards each other and, in a mutual attempt to avoid walking into one another, both sidestepping in the same direction. Walking into the ladies' bathroom by total accident. The looks I got lol. Calling someone by the wrong name. Saying "I love you" to your boss. Taking the wrong exit on the highway. Calling out to a stranger you've mistaken for someone you know. I said thank you once to the automated voice at the self-checkout at my local grocery store. Whole line of people heard me and started laughing. I don't shop there anymore. Waiter, enjoy your food. Me, thanks. You too. You ever go into the wrong class in school? Going into the wrong room. When you think there is an extra step on the stairs and you step down. But then you make a really loud thump. Waving back to someone waving at you only to realize they weren't waving to you but someone behind you. When you accidentally send a false missile alert to Hawaii. Trying to turn a doorknob handle the wrong way. Walking into a room and forgetting why you did. Repeatedly throwing out the instructions for the food you're making because you'll forget whether you need to microwave for 2 or 3 minutes. Walking into a big window instead of the automatic door. Staring into space and then suddenly your eyes focus and you realize you are staring at or into the eyes of a stranger. Forgetting to set your alarm clock. Been late to school work many times because of that. Accidentally touching someone's boob when you're reaching for something. Putting your shoes in the fridge and going for a drink from the closet. Going to take a drink and getting the straw up your nose. Calling your kids everyone else's name but there's when you are mad lol. Sleeping with the wrong twin. Pressing the wrong drink in the vending machine. Oh. Wrong hole. When you say yes when you actually mean no and vice versa. Pulling when it's a push door. Calling your girlfriend the wrong name while she's going down on you. Sometimes I will literally look at an item. Reach down to pick it up. And totally grab whatever was next to it instead. I still don't know how I managed to do that so often. When someone's is monologuing at you. And you keep up a steady stream of, aha. Yes. But you weren't listening closely. And they just asked a question. And took your yeah as an affirmation. So now you're stuck helping them move. A side quest you never wanted to go on. Entering the wrong lane while driving. Accidentally saying yes when someone invites you. Hitting 4 on the elevator when you mean 5. Saying mom to your teacher. When you accidentally say you ruined my whole life you stupid bee instead of could you hand me the salt? Honey? Breathing in water. When a random stranger asks how your day is and you respond politely with good how about you. So they proceed to tell you everything about their day and you're just standing there not giving a nodding the whole time. One time I drunkenly went into the women's washroom at a club. The doors were side by side and did not have man-woman symbols on them but some weird symbol I didn't understand. Luckily there was nobody in there and I noticed the lack of urinals immediately and reversed course. Lol. Misclick. Waking up at 8:30 PM instead of am. Edit. Whoa, that's a lot of upvotes. Sending a text and then immediately wanting to take it back. Calling your wife by your mum's name during sex. Accidentally getting seen accidentally looking at someone for a second. Pressing end instead of snooze on your alarm. I crack a lot of shitty jokes while shopping with my wife. Gotta make sure she's a person behind me before I open my mouth. Or someone's getting a quality pun right to the face. When you miss a high five and you both just kinda awkwardly look at each other. Accidentally calling a teacher by their real name. Opening a stall with somebody inside who forgot to lock it, getting your stall open because you didn't know how to properly lock it and assumed that whatever it was that you were doing was good enough, and then standing there naked changing clothes while some stranger opens the door and you're like, shh. Moral of the story: always check if the stall is closed. Giving someone a hint that you love them but it goes south. Putting shoes on the wrong foot. Or putting on a shirt pants either inside out, backwards, or both. When you accidentally poke your dog cat's eye trying to pet their head. Trying to lightly toss something to someone and accidentally beaning them in the head. Accidentally throwing your spoon in the trash while holding onto yogurt cup in other hand. Putting cereal box into refrigerator and milk onto shelf. When you try to dodge a dodgeball or something of the sort but you jump right into it. When I worked at a movie theater, the amount of times I said enjoy your show and the customer would reply thanks. You too, then watch them kinda think to themselves for a second. Then walk away slowly in shame. Was hilarious. When you lean forward on a toilet that has a sensor and it flushes before you're done. Pull instead of push or push instead of pull. You can physically feel the embarrassment when you hit your face with the door. Placing a plate on a table that's not there. Going to take a sip of water and completely missing your mouth the straw. Calling the wrong Kelly in your phone. Starting your car when it's already started. Throwing away the fork instead of just the ramen cup. Calling your teacher mom. Setting down a pencil right before needing to write. Making eye contact with those people working at mall kiosks. When you hug the wrong person. Don't want an update right now? That's okay. We'll keep bugging you about it at the worst possible times. Inviting someone in the house that you think is your mom's friends but turns out they are Jehovah's Witness. Getting into an argument with someone about the same viewpoint. Trying to greet someone with a kiss in the cheek and end up kissing in the mouth. How are you? I'm good, how are you? Good, how are you? Putting your car in neutral instead of reverse when backing out of a spot. Saying I love you when you end the phone call with your boss. Choking on my own spit. Which happens way more than it should in a healthy adult. Taking the wrong ramp onto or off of the highway. Wiping and your finger going through the toilet paper. When you start saying something and you realize you're not supposed to say it. I was competing at a math competition and when asked a question I answered what is 140th me for playing Jeopardy with my family as a kid. When you're holding a candy and the candy wrapper and you eat the wrapper and throw out the candy.